There's the weak one. Just out of the reach of the first baseman who's charging. Tried to make that little looping catch, but falls a little bit short and foul, so no balls, one strike.
I'm texting for you. I just said, how about now?
I think she was the comments on the Facebook feed. Somebody said no audio. Hey, it's a good, looked like an off-speed pitch right there. Kind of froze the batter for just a minute. She watches it go by for a strike. Reagan Howard's quickly ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. 2-0. Here we go with them twos again. Nice pitch. And there's your little weak fly ball that we were hoping for. I wish that home run would have been like that. We wouldn't have no runs. But anyway, at the middle of one, the Bears do score 2, courtesy of a home run to left center field. So the Bears are up 2-0 as the Rockets come in to bat for the very first time in 2022. So again, you guys who are watching Facebook, I want you to drop your comments. You know, my feelings don't get hurt, so whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever, just let us know so we can, going forward, we can adjust and we can tweak and we can make things better. And also drop in your comments. Thank Mr. Tim Busby for the work that he's done on producing and engineering this little thing that, I told him I was running a dollar store movie there for a couple of weeks, and he come in with the Broadway hit, and we're going to go with it for a while and see how long it takes us. But we appreciate you joining us, those that you can't be here, but we want you to be here, and hope you can make it here the next home game next week, I believe. But play at the John Carroll Invitational this weekend at Hoover Central beginning tomorrow and Saturday. So if you got a chance and you're in the area, stop by Hoover Central. We'll be playing at the John Carroll Invitational tomorrow afternoon and Saturday.
All right, she threw it down, so
Looks to me like our first home game is on March the 1st against Curry at 5 o'clock for the Varsity and 6:30 for the JV. So that's March 1st will be our next home game here at Rocket Stadium. Leading off for the Gardendale Rockets, your shortstop, number 00, Lily Pearsall. So Lily's got some wheels. Naturally, in the leadoff spot, you would have to have some wheels, but hopefully with a slow field, she can at least put the ball in play and beat one out right here. Pitcher's got some speed. Called strike 1. Another fastball looked like come in low and inside. Lily watches it go by for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway here in Gardendale. Scores 2-0 Austin. Bottom of the first. I thought he called that a strike, but no, it's a ball. He just got excited about it, I think, and called that it did look to be outside from up here. And I told the guys up here I'm not going to get on the umpires tonight.
we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see how far we get. Good patience by the leadoff hitter tonight, Lily Pearsall. Works to count 3 balls and 1 strike. Up high, ball 4. It's a good start for the Rockets. Get that leadoff runner on, get a little speed on the bases. Batting now for the Rockets, number 16, second baseman Kara Jasper. Batting now for the Rockets, number 16, second baseman Kara Jasper. Well, Kara got bumped up a little bit. I think she's used to batting in the 6, 7, and 8 hole, and she's been bumped to the 2 spot tonight. Let's see how she handles that. Got to get that down, girl. It's a good idea, a good call by the coach to get the bunt down to get that runner to second base, but Jasper just got under it, popped it up. It almost looked like there was going to be a collision there for just a moment, but the first baseman and the third baseman worked it out. Third baseman, I think, ended up making the catch. Batting now for the Rockets, number 6, designated player, Natalie Snow. It's a little bit of high heat right there, high and tight. Natalie watches it, ball 1. Swinging a foul ball to the backstop, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Mr. Blue.
What was that call?
It was,
That was
ball.
That was a high
Ball.
changeup.
The 2 balls, 1 strike on Natalie Snow. I don't know what that pitch was, but looked to be a strike. Natalie agreed she swung, just couldn't make contact on that one. Counts now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still just the 1 out here in the bottom of the first for the Rockets. Kenny just said, just heads up, may want to turn the volume down a little
On the stream?
on the music we play out there.
Yeah. Better. That's fine.
Which I went down there. That's what I asked. Kenny's old like me. Batting now for the Rockets, number 29, right fielder Sophie Gant. Well, we started out promising there, getting the leadoff runner on, and then we've kind of fizzled a bit. And get out of here, ball. And Soph takes a crack at one on the outside corner, fouls it off the backstop down the third base line. Looks like the Rockets are being aggressive anyway, just like Austin, but Austin's been able to put the ball in play, and we've not figured out just yet what this pitcher's throwing. So hopefully we get an inning or 2 under our belts and we'll be all right. The runner goes from first. I don't think she left early, but, man, she got there quick. She was nearly there before the ball left the catcher's hand, but it's a good heads-up play. Now you got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, so if Sophie can just put the ball in play in the grass somewhere, we'll easily score a run and get back in this ball game. And it's still early yet. Another one on the outside corner that Soph tried to hit the opposite way and just got under it, fouled it to the backstop. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Had a little off-speed pitch there, got Soph around on a little quicker, so she took it down the right field line this time. This time a little too far out in front and got it out of play in the bullpen area here at Rocket Stadium. So she's battling. It's still no balls, 2 strikes, but she's getting good wood on it. Just got to straighten one out right here, find a gap, score some run. Or hit it in the parking lot and tie this thing up. Either way. That's high and outside. She watches that one in the opposite batter's box. So that's the first ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like the catcher was set up outside. That one was kind of down the middle, but it was up high. Catcher came back in to make the catch, but it was called ball. Evens the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away. Looked like a high heater right down the middle. Sophie did her job and swung, just couldn't make contact on it. That's strike 3, third out of the inning. After 1 inning of play, it's the visiting Austin High School Black Bears 2, the homestanding Gardendale Rockets 0. I'm good. I got a jug of water here. I appreciate that. It's a perfect bunt down the third base line again. We talked about the infield, or the whole field in general, just being a little soft and a little slow. You mix that with the speed of number 9 right there for the Black Bears, and they had no shot at throwing her out at first base. Good bunt right there. Back to the top of the order for the Black Bears, number 2, Katie Davis. So Katie steps in with nobody out, and she watches the first pitch is a ball low and outside. The runner was going on the pitch and made it safely to second base. So runner on second here, 1 ball, no strikes. Has a hot shot off the third baseman's glove, and the girl from second is rounding third. She scores easily. The throw comes into second base. Yeah, she's called safe. Throw looked like it beat her. Not sure where the tag was at, but it was a good bang play nonetheless. But everybody's safe. Run scores from second on the hit right off the third baseman's glove. Kenley Vaughn made a good try. Just a hot shot there at the third base corner. Maya Covington in left field played it coming forward, hit the cutoff coming home. Didn't have a shot at the plate, but they threw it back to second base. Tried to get the girl at second, but not in time. Now batting number 1, Claire Wright. I think he called it a ball. I think that was a ball for the Black Bears. 1 ball, no strikes. Still nobody out. Runner on second. 1 run is in. 3-0 Bears. Pitch looked to be maybe a little high. I don't know. It looked like it had enough of the plate, but Maddie Tucker has a little conference with the umpire, asking where that one may have missed. 2 balls, no strikes. And no doubt about that was high, a little high and tight. And number 1 watches that and counts 3 balls, no strike. Madison Tucker calls timeout. She wants to go talk with senior pitcher Reagan Howard to get on the same page here. and see what they need to do to get the first out of the inning here for the Rockets. Three-0 pitch. Nowhere close. Ball 4. So we got runners on first and second now with nobody out. Top of the second inning. 3-0 Black Bears. Hey, Coach K calls timeout, and I think she's going to make a change right here and bring in senior pitcher Natalie Snow. Just a change of speed, change of look, change of something right here. It looks like the second time around the order here against Reagan Howard. Their timing was down a little bit better this time, and I think Coach K recognized that and decided, hey, let's change this thing up here and try to stop the bleeding if we can with nobody out and 2 on. In the pitch for the Rockets, number 6, senior Natalie Snow. Batting now for the Black Bears, number 15, Kenley Hillary. Or something to that effect. So, we got Natalie Snow in the circle now. We got nobody out. First pitch is outside. Runners on both first and second look to be getting a pretty good jump, and I'm not real sure that one at first base is not getting too good of a jump, but we'll see. We'd love to steal it out that way if we could. We need a gimme. There's a strike called down the middle. Looks like from here, 1 ball, 1 strike now. There's another strike, a high fly ball to left field. The ball falls aimlessly to the ground. Kind of no man's land. Again, this is a slow field, but as the shortstop was drifting back and Maya Covington was charging forward, it just it found a hole and fell. Usually those are caught between those two right there, the speed of those two, and the ball was hit high enough, I thought for sure somebody'd have time to get under, but nonetheless, it falls to the ground. There's still no outs, and now bases are loaded for the Black Bears. This is number 13. Bears number 10, Carrie Bracken. How's that? Gonna lose my job. All right, throw it home right here. All right, we get home. There we go. There we go. She had to think about that one. That's good. A comeback, a good pitch by Natalie Snow. A good play to get her glove to knock that ball down. Then there was a little bit of a freeze indecision on which base we wanted to go to right there, but she made the right play, threw it home, and got the force out at the plate. Now I think we have a courtesy runner in, I think, for the pitcher. Number 21 for the Black Bears in to run. That's the first out of the inning, and that was huge. Now if we could throw a ground ball double play right here, maybe another one at the plate, would be all right. Batting now for the Bears, number 13, Lexi Carver. Lexi Carver steps in now for the Bears with one out. Bases are still loaded. See if Snow can get out of this jam without any more trouble. And she does a good job with the first pitch to this batter. Throws a strike. No balls, one strike is the count, one out. Top of two. Scores 3-0 Black Bears. Another good pitch. Got her swinging, and she just got enough of it to hit it to the backstop. But the count is now quickly no balls, two strikes. Good pitch. That's just. Did I miss one? Did I miss one?
You must have missed one.
I don't know where the out was.
What are y'all thinking home? Y'all watching? I only had one out, but both teams agreed, so we missed one somewhere down the line. But anyway, it was a strikeout by Natalie Snow. Cut off that big time rally. They were only able to muster up one run after having bases loaded with what I thought was no outs. Maybe it was one out. Nonetheless, 3-0. The Gardendale Rockets first baseman, number 22, Katie Thomas. Katie Thomas steps in for the first time tonight. She's the first baseman for the Rockets, a junior.
What number is Katie?
6. No. Katie looks at one a little low, called ball one. So we got to start banging the ball around a little bit here. You know, if we put the ball in play, which we've not done yet tonight, we should be able to get back in this game. Now, this Black Bear team, they look small, but they're small and they're fast and they're aggressive, it looks like, at the plate. So we're going to have to match that. Katie swings, one that looked to be a little bit inside, but she tried to turn on it, misses for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. A swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. This is the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second for the Rockets. Kind of in on the hands a little bit. She fought it off, fouled it over the backstop. It lives to swing again. Still count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That's strike three. This pitcher's really throwing some. Looks like stuff that's got us guessing from time to time, and she does have some pretty good speed, but I don't know. We've seen it before. She must be throwing some stuff that we're just not something we're having trouble with anyway. Batting now for the Rockets, third baseman number 25, Kenley Vaughn. Kenley Vaughn steps in with one out. Kenley's a freshman third baseman. And that one painted the corner. Umpire calls it strike one. Not real sure Kenley agree with that, but hey, we'll move on. No balls, one strike, one out. Bottom of the second inning here at Gardendale Rocket Stadium. A catcher has a harmless little fly ball to the first baseman, catches it in foul territory for the second out. So quickly it's 2 outs for the Rockets. Still, I believe, looking for the first base hit of the night. They've had one base runner in the first 2 innings, courtesy of a leadoff walk, but were unable to do anything with it. Batting now for the Rockets, number 28, your catcher, Madison Tucker. See what Madison can do for us tonight. Madison's the catcher. She looks at the first pitch as a ball. Looked a little low. Maddie's pretty tall. Got a pretty big strike zone. See if she can get a hold of one right here. A little high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Like a pretty good pitch on the outside corner. Umpire agrees and calls it a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the catcher for Gardendale. A little bit high. And the catcher may have got crossed up on that call. She calls timeout and walks out to the pitcher and see if they can get back on the same page here. The count's 3 balls, 1 strike. I think it might be a big pitch for her just to get out of this inning without any base runners. We'll see what Madison Tucker can do right here. We'll take the base hit or the walk, however we can get runners on. This is a pretty good pitch by the number 10 for the Black Bears. Maddie swings and misses. 2 strikes. Count's full. And she looked at one right down the middle. That looked like the best pitch she's seen all night, but she watched it for strike 3. So after 2 complete innings of play, it's still the Austin Black Bears 3, the Gardendale Rockets 0. What did What number you got here? 16?
Yes.
Leading off for the Black Bears, number 16, Kyra Taylor. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like it's back. First pitch strike by Natalie Snow to number 16, Kyra Taylor for the Black Bears. Kenny says spot on now. Music perfect. Awesome. And again, as we said before, this Austin team is an aggressive team. It looks like they're not looking for walks when they come up here. She was swinging at that one too. So quick, the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. But we'll see what happens here. Hopefully Natalie can reach down in the grab bag and pull out one that this girl can't touch. And she does. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch from Natalie Snow.
Yeah, here it is on instant replay. Beautiful pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job.
That one has some movement on it.
Mhm.
I like it tailed out to me.
I'll get back on.
That's a lot to think about.
You're doing great.
No balls, 1 strike. Got 1 out here in the top of the 3rd.
Go.
That one looked like it grazed the batter. I'm not sure that everybody in the park is convinced, but she sold it. Dump bought it. She's at first base. Breedlove steps in here with 1 out, 1 on. Ball's high and outside. Number 8 for the Black Bears had a good jump on first. Almost looked like she might be going on the pitch, but she froze and retreated after Maddie made the catch. So good job by Maddie Tucker to sneak out there and keep that one from going to the backstop. Keep the double play in order here, which would get us out of this inning. She left first, and it looked to me like she left early, but the throw is there and nailed her. Good shot, Maddie Tucker. Maddie, with the throw down to the shortstop covering second base, Lily makes the tag. Field umpire Mike Phillips is all over that call for the 2nd out of the inning. So now we got 1 ball, 1 strike count on the batter. Nobody on base now, and there's 2 outs. Huge out right there. Good pitch by Snow, good throw by Maddie Tucker, and good play by shortstop Lily Pearsall making that tag. And that's a good thing because the very next pitch got away from the catcher into the backstop. So had she been safe at second, she'd be at third now. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think you're right. I'm wrong.
That's okay.
Right now. So I'll make a correction. I was wrong. I said 2 balls, 2 strikes, but it is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Technically, you were right.
Yeah.
You was
I'm just, yeah.
prophesying.
Yeah. Mr. Tim Busby, the producer over here, says that we were prophesying, and we got you there. And there's a swing, a little bit late into the bullpen area, down the first base line of the Gardendale Rockets. A new ball into play by the umpire. We'll see if Natalie can get a good grip on this and throw a little smoke past this girl and get out of this inning without any runs scored. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of 3rd, 3-0. Bears. Another foul ball to the backstop. Still 2-2. So we got a new staff this year, or kind of. We have a new head coach, Kendall White. I'm glad that she's a part of the Gardendale programs. Done a good job with the girls so far. We pretty much everything else remains the same. We didn't lose too many players to graduation last year. Have a young group. So hopefully we can make some noise and go deep in the playoffs this year. And they're still trying to figure each other out. It's a ball low by Natalie Snow, so the count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's a good pitch by Snow on the ground to the shortstop, who fields it coming in. Throw on to Katie Thomas for the out. And animated Mike Phillips on the call and rings the girl up at first base. Good inning for the Rockets. No runs allowed. 1 base runner, but she was thrown out running to second base there, and no run scored for the Bears. Scores 3-0. Bears, bottom of third.
It picks up. Sorry.
We still on?
I can turn on it.
For center fielder, Allie Busby. Come on, Allie, start us off with a hit right here. I'm going to see if I can get this stream on, see if we can figure out what's happening here. Allie Busby steps in, and then the scoreboard goes out. So there you go. Hey, it's back on. 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, it's opening night at the ballpark here at Gardendale High School. We've got some glitches, but you know we've got several weeks to work out them kinks. We'll be all right. Let the Rockets get some wins under their belt. We're going to be just fine. 1 ball, no strike to Allie Busby. And I don't know. Looked a little low for a tall batter right there, but nonetheless, it's called a strike. So I think it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, Allie turns on it, it's a good throw by the shortstop. She has got a cannon there at third. She's not big as a minute, but impressive. Good job by Allie Busby getting that inside pitch and at least putting it on the ground and give her a chance. Now batting for the Rockets, left fielder number 11, Maya Covington. Covington steps in now with 1 out. Busby's got good speed too, so if that shortstop would have bobbled and maybe she just hit it one side or the other, she'd have been on base and we'd have had that leadoff runner. But, you know, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That looks like a ball to the batter. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think what she's talking about maybe saying twice is you saying something on that.
Yeah, that's all.
And then he's talking.
Okay.
That's no big deal.
And that one looked listed a little bit low and outside. Umpire agrees with us up here in the box. 2 balls, no strikes to Maya Covington, the left fielder. She's got good speed too, so if she can slap one or drop one down right here, or even just draw a walk, we could use some base runners and some speed on the base path. Hadn't had much of that tonight. In fact, we only had 1 base runner. That count, she watches that one go by for a strike, called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the third. 3-0, Austin Black Bears. That looked to be a changeup that just stayed up. Didn't fool anybody. Maya wasn't fooled anyway, and she watched it go by. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Good hitters count. Let's see what Maya does here with 3 balls and 1 strike. It looked to be way outside, and I think she did chase it. She tried to pull back. Wasn't sure whether she'd swing or not, but nonetheless, it was called a strike. And so the count's full. And the pitcher living on that outside corner, and we're just not able to get anything on it. And Maya swings and misses, comes up empty on that one. So that's the second out of the inning for the Rockets. And again, no base runners yet, and there's still already 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for the Rockets. Shortstop, number 00, Lily Pearsall. So Lily steps in with 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd inning. You know, we got to get something started. This number 10 for the Black Bears is pitching a really good game. She obviously has some movement and throws a lot of junk. So we're not... there's some junk, a little high over the catcher's head, and almost hit me. But we'll take it. 2 balls, no strikes. My wife just reprimanded me for my ifs and buts comment.
Is she listening? She's listening.
Heck yeah. I think she hears me enough at home. She turned me on.
I know. Come on. Uh-oh.
What's up, bud? 2 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Lily Pearsall. Number 10 toes the rubber, and the pitch looked to be a little inside. Lily turned on it. Kind of looked like he hit off the handle, hit the backstop there. And the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. What's the call is right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Scoreboard agrees. 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch. It's another looper, and the catch was made. She made the catch in the air, it looked like from here. She went ahead and threw it on the first base. They rung her up twice, so I guess they call it a double play. At any rate, still no base runners for the Rockets at the end of the 3rd inning. The score remains Austin Black Bears 3, Gardendale Rockets 0.
Got some GoPros and an iPad down a lot.
Top of the 4th for the Austin Black Bears, number 9, Michaela Fuqua. Or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what that line's for. Go ahead and run out that far. Number 9 draws a line in the sand. We'll see what she's going to do with it. She's going to walk out there. She's walking the plank. This is the girl, I think she put it down on the third base line last time, and she was standing at first base before Kenley Vaughn even, I think, got a glove on the ball. She's that fast. Kenley didn't play it bad. She's just that fast. And she offers a bunt again. She chased. She's halfway to pitcher's mound. The ball it looked to be a little bit low, but she did offer at it, and the umpire agreed, called it strike two. So let's see what she does here now. She's either got to swing away or slap. She's not going to bunt it. At least I don't think. So no balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop for the Austin Black Bears. And she leaned away from it. Not sure that it missed by all that much, but the umpire calls it a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, this would be a huge out right here for Natalie Snow if she can get past this. This girl's really fast, and you got some pretty decent power coming up next. And she chases that one. Looked to be a little bit outside, just basically in the same area the last pitch was that she watched go by. She did fight it off and foul it off down the left field line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the ball got a little damp down there in the corner. They asked for a new ball, and umpire grants that wish. New ball given to the pitcher, Natalie Snow. And last time she got a new ball, she struck the girl out. So let's see if that continues here with this pitch. Nice pitch. Little off speed, little outside, it looks like maybe. She didn't chase it, but it looked really good from high above, but if anything, maybe just a little outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, top of 4. And she swings, fouls that one off to the backstop. A little slap action. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, she did this last time too, so maybe Natalie, her coach, can give her a pitch right here that's going to fool this girl. And yep. Oh, she did just get a piece of it, fouled it off. That's a good thing, because if that was a drop strike 3, she'd be rounding second by now. She's that fast. But nonetheless, it was a foul tip off the catcher's glove. If she could have hung on to it, it would have been an out. But just over the glove to the backstop, count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a foul. That was another changeup. Thought they had her. Again, she just got enough of the bat on the ball to maybe bounce it off the catcher's helmet into the backstop. They roll that ball in to get a dry one. And so the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle right here. And the batter looks like she's up to everything that Snow wants to throw. We'll get Snow's bread and butter pitch right here. Maybe this will set her down. And it's a high fly ball to right field. Second baseman peels out of the way. Sophie's coming in. It looked a little exciting there for a minute, but she's able to camp under it for the first out of the inning. Good catch by right fielder Sophie Gant. Good pitch by Natalie Snow to induce the pop-up. And that's a huge out to get the lead off and to get that speed back on the dugout bench is huge. Now batting with 1 out is number 2 for the Austin Black Bears. Leadoff Katie Davis. Batting now for the Austin Black Bears, your leadoff batter, number 2, Katie Davis. Katie hits a sharp shot to third baseman Kenley Vaughn. Catches it on 1 bounce, coming forward, throws it on to first base, Katie Thomas, for the second out of the inning. Another good job by Natalie Snow. 1 pitch, 1 out. And so quickly there's 2 outs and nobody on.
Dustin said he was going to go for the blue because she was a foot out of the box when she did that.
Was she really? Did you? Uh-oh, I missed this one. Who's this one? Number 1. Now batting for the Black Bears, number 1, Claire Wright. So Claire Wright steps in for the Bears. She's batting in the 2 spot, so we're at the top of the order right here. So if we can get out of this, we'll have the middle of the order coming up in the 5th, for the Bears, and maybe in the 6th and 7th we'll be toward the bottom. So if we could find a way to manufacture some runs and keep this thing close, it's lining up favorable for a good finish here for the Rockets. Got to get that first run across the plate, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Black Bears up 3-0. And there's a chopper right at the pitcher, plays it on the bounce, and throws it on the first baseman, Katie Thomas, for the 3rd out of the inning. After 3.5, the score: Austin Black Bears 3, Gardendale Rockets 0. Who we got here? Kara.
We're going to the bottom of the 4th.
Baseman number 16, Kara Jasper. Kara had a runner on first her first time at bat in the first inning. The leadoff runner, Lily Pearsall, walked, and Kara tried to sneak attack a bunt right down there and got under it for a little pop-up, and the third baseman caught it. So let's see if she can redeem herself a little bit right here with a hit. Inside pitch, she loops it to no man's land, and it falls. Hey, we'll take that. And so it was a little looper. She's aggressive at the plate, came up swinging at the first pitch, and it looped right over the shortstop's head. The left fielder, the center fielder, and the shortstop all converged, and really thought somebody was going to make the play, but that didn't happen.
Got Natalie up.
Now batting for the Rockets, pitcher number 6, Natalie Snow. And so again, we have, like the first inning, we have a leadoff batter on and nobody out. Senior Natalie Snow comes up to the plate, and she looks at the first pitch for a called strike 1. Nobody out, 1 on. Bottom of 4. Austin's up 3-0 on the Rockets. Hopefully this inning's going to change things. A little off-speed pitch. Natalie nails it to the third baseman, and she was unable to make the play. Pretty hot shot right there, and he got an in-between hop. Got a glove on it, knocked it down, but was unable to make a play on either Kara at second or Natalie at first. So now we've got runners on first and second. Nobody out. Courtesy running for the pitchers, number 1, Natty Miles. Into bat now for the Rockets, number 29, right fielder Sophie Gant. Gant's aggressive with the bat, and she had a really good at bat last time. Fouled off some really good pitches, eventually going down swinging, but quality at bat. Looked at a lot of pitches and was able to put the bat on several of them. So now's the time where she, even a fly ball to the outfield, you can tag and advance runners here. So as long as she could put it in play somewhere, I think something's going to happen right here. And the outfield really, of course, we've not given them any reason to scoot back, but they look to play really shallow, and we've got some pretty good hitters here in the middle of the order. Sophie being one of them. Snow is one of them. And so if we just drive the ball to one of those holes, they're playing so far in, I guarantee we'll score at least one, maybe two runs, even in a situation like this. And Gant works the count 1-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. And she shows bunt. I don't know if she ever – we called it foul, okay. Looked like he got past the catcher, but he says she fouled it back. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good call by Coach K. Kind of the element of surprise. The third baseman is playing way back even with the bag, never moved, and Soph tried to drop one down there at least to advance the runners, but unable to get it down. Kind of backfired a bit. So now she's in a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's low and outside. Sophie watches that one go by. Umpire calls it ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. I can't see the stands down there, but I'm hoping that Kenny Vaughn's got his shirt off getting the wave started down there. Maybe.
I see him.
Yep, Tim Busby confirms. Shirt is off. The wave is going. Good cut by Soph. She goes down again swinging, but hey, that's what you want her to do. She swings a big stick, and if she hits it, it's going someplace, and just missed it that time. First out of the inning for the Rockets. Still runners on first and second. Now batting for the Rockets, first baseman number 22, Katie Thomas. And so Katie steps in. She was a victim of the strikeout her first time at bat. Let's see if she can have some better luck this time. Little jammed her on the inside. She fouled it to the right side, to the first base dugout, backstop area. And the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Again, there's still 2 runners on. First 2 have reached base safely. Soph went down swinging just a moment ago, and now Katie steps in with 1 out. A little bit low. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one didn't make it to the plate. Bounced about 2 feet short. Catcher made a good job, did a good job by blocking it, keeping from going to the backstop, but was unable to keep the runners from advancing. So Jasper sneaks over to third, and Natty Miles in safely at second. Now we got runners in scoring position with 1 out. Here in the middle of the order for the Rockets here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, Katie Thomas is hitting in the number 5 spot, so you got 5, 6, and 7 right here to try to get at least 1 run, maybe 2 runs, both of these runs in to get this ball game a little bit closer. That one's inside. Katie watches it and works the count to her favor now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Get down, get down. Again, I don't know what the pitcher's throwing, but they're just coming off the bat as duds. I don't know if we're just not getting good cuts at it. Not sure, but that one kind of went aimlessly down the right field line and fell harmlessly foul. So the count's full now. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Full count to first baseman Katie Thomas. Low. And the catcher did a good job of blocking that one up too. That was a little bit low as me. If I could have skipped by her, a run would have scored. But nonetheless, Katie watches it. Good patience by Katie Thomas to work the walk here in the bottom of the fourth. Now bases are loaded with 1 out. And we're sitting in pretty good shape so long as we can avoid the double play ball right here. And no base runner blunders. We should be in good shape. Make this be the big inning. Batting now for the Rockets, number 25, third baseman Kenley Vaughn. And again, the middle of the order struggled last time around, or the first time around, I should say. Kenley did get the bat on it, popped it up into foul territory, and was caught. But let's see if she could redeem herself right here. Again, just a little squeaker, just a little something through the infield. Scores at least one run right here. And Kenley aggressive comes up swinging at the first pitch. No balls, one strike. And she's up there to hit. And swings and misses, though, at strike 2. So the count's quickly no balls, 2 strikes. Still just 1 out. Got catcher Madison Tucker on deck. And Kenley struck out on 3 straight pitches. Again, she was aggressive. She was swinging at all 3 of them. She was up there with one thing in mind, and that was to hit the ball. Now batting for the Rockets, number 28, catcher Madison Tucker. See if Maddie can do something here with 2 outs. She was a victim of the strikeout again first time around as well. Struck out looking. Hopefully she can put the bat on the ball and put the ball in play right here. And the scoreboard goes out and back on. We're having troubles here tonight. It ain't because we're scoring a lot of runs, I know that. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs now, bottom of the 4th. The Bears still up 3-0. We're running out of time here in this ball game. We had bases loaded and 1 out. Needed to really climb back in this thing here, and we still can. But Maddie quickly falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Maddie. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So what started out and looked like a promising inning fizzled pretty quickly for the Rockets. No runs on 2 hits. 3 left on base here in the bottom of the 4th. Score after 4, 3-0, Austin. Leading off the Black Bears, number 15, Kenley Hillary. Kenley Hillary, number 15 for the Black Bears. She's batting in the 3rd spot, so we're right in the meat of their batting order right here. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 ground ball, 1 out. Nice job by Natalie Snow. And again, the Bears are aggressive, and the Rockets have been too. But they're putting the ball in play, and we're not. So good things will happen as long as we keep swinging the bat. Now batting for the Bears, number 10, Carrie Bracken. The good pitch on the outside corner called strike one. I believe number 10 for the Austin Black Bears is their pitcher, and she's pitched a great game tonight. She's had us guessing all night and started a little rally right there, and she shut us down without giving up a run. No balls, one strike to her here in the top of the fifth. She looks at that one a little bit low, lets it go. One ball, one strike, one out. Give a shout out to our scorekeepers tonight, Chris Snow and Valerie Snow, up here helping us spotting and keeping the information straight and keeping the score straight. Appreciate that. Appreciate Tim Busby on the video. Hope you guys liked it at home, those who couldn't be here. That ball was fouled over the backstop right there for strike two on Austin's pitcher number 10. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As she fouls it off to the backstop, bounces right back to the catcher, Maddie Tucker, who keeps it from getting wet, throws it back on the snow, and we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked a little high in the zone right there, but with 2 strikes, she wasn't going to watch it, so she fouled it off. Back to the backstop. We'll load up and try again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Snow toes the rubber on the 1-2 pitch. High and outside. Batter watches it go. Ump calls it a ball. And it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What's going on at school? They got wrestling or something? A lot of people up there. The wrestling's over. 2-2 pitch. Inside, kind of handcuffed her. She hits it on the ground to shortstop. Lily Pearsall catches it coming forward, fires it on to Katie Thomas at first for the 2nd out of the inning. So again, good job by Snow here in the heart of the Austin Black Bear lineup, facing the 3, 4, and 5 hole batters right here. Have been tough all night. Now batting for the Bears, number 13, Lexi Carver. And so Lexi's batting here in the number 5 spot for the Bears. And so hopefully Natalie can take care of business right here and not give up any more. I don't think she's given up any runs just yet, but nonetheless, shut this down right here and come in and hit a little bit. And there's a shot to right center field. Busby's on her horse, makes the running snag 2 feet from the fence. Reaches the arms out, makes the 3rd out of the inning. Great running catch by senior number 4, Allie Busby. Fantastic catch on the horse, good speed. Nice snag for the 3rd out of the inning. After 5 innings of play, after 4.5 innings of play, bottom of 5 coming up yet. Score still Austin 3, Gardendale 0. Nice job, man. Good catch, Busby. What'd you say? Oh, wow. For the Gardendale Rockets, number 4, center fielder Allie Busby. So just like in the big leagues, when you make a great play on defense for the third out, you're usually the first one to come in and hit, and that's what's going to happen here with Allie Busby. So let's see if that can carry over to the offensive side here. Bottom of 5. That was right down the middle, looked like, and the umpire calls it strike 1. Allie had a pretty good cut at it last time at bat, I think. I don't remember what she did, but she put the ball in play anyway. Let's see if she can do that again with the speed that she's got. Quick.
Grounded to third.
Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes, though. Let's see if she can figure her out. Again, this pitcher's done a great job of keeping us guessing at the plate. And that one's low. One ball, 2 strikes. Change up. Allie waits on it, drives it to right field. That ball hit the ground. That ball's on the ground. Allie never slows up. Rounds first. I don't know if she's standing up at second or not. The throw was there, but wasn't even close. But wasn't sure how the umpires were going to call that because the right fielder went to dive to make the catch and kind of rolled away from and had her back to us, so it was kind of hard to tell. But at least from my viewpoint, you could see the ball on the ground, but I wasn't sure what the umpires were looking at. But everybody out there agrees that the ball was on the ground, and it was a great job by Allie Busby on that changeup to wait and poke it out there in the right field. So here we are again with the leadoff base runner on. Allie Busby stands at second base, and Maya Covington now is in to hit. Batting now for the Rockets, left fielder number 11, Maya Covington. So Covington steps in and watches the first one for a ball. Pitcher doesn't like the one she's got, wants to swap out for a dry one or a new one or something. They grant her that wish. She'll toe the rubber. And the 1-0 pitch to Maya Covington is coming. Let's see what she can do here with Busby on second. Busby with a good jump, bunt down the third base line. They get the runner at first, but great job by Maya Covington of putting that ball down where just about on the chalk. They had no chance at Busby. She had a great jump at second base anyway, and she's got good speed herself. So, hey, you got a runner now at third base with 1 out. And we're back at the top of the order. Aren't we? Mm-hmm. Is that
Yes, double up.
Batting now for the Rockets, shortstop number 00, Lily Pearsall. Pearsall steps in. The ball bounces over the plate. Catcher makes a good play to keep it in front of her. But the ball is called a ball. It was 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, bottom of 5. Got a runner at third, Allie Busby. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Upstairs, Lily watches it go by. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hopefully Lily can maybe poke this to the right side of the field, even if it's on the ground or something. Busby's got the speed that she could score. And I think with the score being 3-0 that they're going to give her the run to just try to get that out. But it's up to us to take that run. So if we execute, we should be able to score right here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now, if Lily gets on here, we'll have some speed on the corners. It'll really get interesting there to see how Austin will play that. But let's see what this 3-1 has to offer. It looks like that one bounced across the plate, called ball 4. Again, we got runners on first and third with 1 out. Speed on the corners. Austin coach calls timeout. and he's going to at least discuss with his pitcher, if not, maybe make a change right here. So your view may have changed just a minute for just a second, but the little device that Tim was using to level the phone, that little device, the battery died. So he lowered the thing, and it's sitting on the windowsill here of the press box. So it still looks pretty good. So hopefully your view didn't change much at home. I think somebody's burnt the popcorn down there, but you can't smell that at home, so that's a good thing. Now batting for the Rockets, second baseman number 16, Kara Jasper. So Kara got under one last time. She a little looper over the shortstop's head that nobody could get to, and she ended up being safe. Started off a pretty good rally that we could not get anybody past third base. So let's see if we can do something here. Jasper takes a look, and it's high and outside, and she almost took one in the face mask. That catcher come up throwing, and Kara didn't give up any ground, but not so sure that she has to. Ball one. Yeah, she don't have to. She might get hurt, but she's legal. That looks like a little bit of an off-speed pitch, and Kara watches that one for ball two. The throw again down to third base. They're real concerned with Busby. Lily does take second on the throw, and so we got runners at second and third with one out. So if Jasper could poke a hole right here, you know, it's maybe at least one, if not two. That one's way inside, and she backs out, and it's called ball three, and that Austin coach doesn't appear that he liked that call. And I don't know if he didn't like the call by the umpire or by the catcher, but he seemed a little shook up. Nonetheless, 3 balls, no strikes. That one's high. So 4 straight pitches. Kara walks on 4 straight pitches. Bases are now loaded once again for senior Natalie Snow. Now batting for the Rockets, pitcher number 6, Natalie Snow. Let's see if Natalie can make it snow. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of 5, 3-0 Austin. Inside. I'm curious as how she's going to pitch. I know that they've probably got a scouting report on Natalie. I know that they got a certain way that they want to pitch her. And right now, I'm not so sure that they wouldn't mind giving up a forced run in to keep Natalie from hitting the ball right here. Let's see how they play it. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a hit up the middle. That's going to score at least 1. Rounding second is Lily Pearsall coming to the plate. She's safe. Oh, we got that. Oh, my.
Get 2 runs.
Did get 2 runs. Hurts to make that out there at third base. A little pop-up slide to third. I'm not so sure that they made the tag clean, but nonetheless, the ump calls her out at third base. That's a huge out, but that's also a huge hit. So it's now 3-2 Austin. So we've got a courtesy runner in for Natalie Snow, and Natty Miles will do that. Courtesy runner for the Rockets, number 1, Natty Miles. Into bat, right fielder, number 29, Sophie Gant. Again, the score is now 3-2. Rockets finally on the scoreboard. Low and outside, ball 1. We got to start us a new rally. Now we got to do this with 2 outs. We got a runner at second base. So again, if Soph can put the ball in the grass like Snow just did, we got the speed at second. I think we can tie this game up. She does have wheels. Natty's got the wheels. And that looked to be a little bit low and is called ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Austin. Looked like a changeup. It looked to me to be outside, but looked like that change of speed fooled the umpire, and he called it a strike. It is now 2 balls, 1 strike. Soph didn't agree with that call, but she's got 2 left. And she's aggressive. She's not going to stand there and watch too many. Didn't watch that one either. Evens the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Come on, Soph. Just take something off your swing here, babe. Yeah, she just shorten up that swing a little bit and just poke a hole. I know she wants a home run, and potentially that could be a game winner, but see how we play it here. Good job by Soph. Foul one off. Stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, first base open too, so she's got options here. She can fight these and not chase the ones that are out of the strike zone. Work her way on base, then you'll have runners on again on first and second. And still here in the middle of the order, we'd be sitting pretty good. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Change up. It didn't fool Soph. She waited. She kind of seemed like she expected that pitch, and all she wanted to do was foul that one off and live for another swing, and she did just that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And she works it full, so with full count, I was trying to get a catch for what Coach K might do right here with full count and good speed on second. I don't know if they'd send her right here because you don't want to make that third out at third base. But let's see if Natty's going on the pitch right here. Full count. And no, she's not going on the pitch. And no, it was not a strike. Sophie has had quality at bats every time she's come to the plate tonight. And this is her first time to reach. So let's see what Katie Thomas can do here in the middle of the order for the Rockets. Now batting for the Rockets, number 22, first baseman Katie Thomas. So got runners on first and second, 2 outs now. Katie Thomas steps in. Scores 3-2 Austin. Pretty decent pitch. Outside corner, called strike 1. And a slow roller to second base for the third out of the inning. But the Rockets are back in it. Scored 2 runs, I think, on 2 hits that time. So the score after 5 complete, Austin 3, Gardendale 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. I don't know. They got two players written in here in the 6 lot. Oh, number 16.
It was foul.
He called it foul. Did she take it off the face?
Should have been out, but it was foul.
Okay.
What's he holding his hand out on there?
I think he's pointing foul.
Okay. How do you like
I was looking at her. I didn't know we had a batter up here. Sorry, guys. I fell asleep there on the job. I didn't realize the game had started again. Number 16 foul went off. Katie Thomas tried to make the catch there. Right on the line, but the ump says that she was in foul territory. Could not make the catch, so it's no balls, 1 strike to the batter. As she fouled that one off, looked like maybe off of the shin or the foot, or maybe even the plate. Quickly, it's no balls and 2 strikes. Maddie doesn't like the feel of the ball and gets a new one for Natalie Snow. We start the top of the 6th inning here. No balls, 2 strikes to number 16, Kyra Taylor. There's a hot shot to shortstop. Lily plays it on a hop, throws on the first base for the first out of the inning. So that's 3 pitches to that leadoff batter. They were all strikes. And Natalie sits that first one down here to start the 6th inning. Batting now for the Bears, number 8, Kinsley Higdon. Yeah, she didn't like that. She pulled it. She looked like she attempted to bunt. She pulled it back, didn't like where it was at. Looked like he caught the front corner. The umpire agrees and calls it a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 6th inning here. Scores 3-2 Austin. That looked to be on the outside corner in the same spot, but this time he calls it a ball. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one looked not as good as the one before, but he called that one a strike. So, you at home determine whether or not it was a strike. We'll go with what he called. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, I'm not picking on the umpire. I'm not allowed to, but I'm high and to the right of home plate behind the backstop, so I'm not getting a real good view. I will say that that's fair, and Kinley caught it and threw it on the first for the out, and everybody down there agrees with me on that one. And so quickly there's 2 outs. It was a ground ball right down the third base line. Kinley Vaughn fielded it on to first to get a pretty speedy number 8 for the 2nd out of the inning. What number is it?
5. I can't tell. 5.
Now batting for the Bears, number 5, Aiden Breedlove, or Breadlove. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, top of the 6th, top of the 6th. 3-2 is the score. Austin on top. 1 ball, no strikes to the batter. 2 outs. High and outside, ball 2. Madison calls time and may have got a little crossed up on the signs. He calls time and goes and talks with pitcher Natalie Snow and try to get back on the same page here and get back in the strike column. 2 balls, no strikes. That one looked to be right down the middle, and it is called strike 1. That one just a little bit short, bounces in the inside corner and then into the right-hander's batter's box. It's called a ball to number 5 for the Bears. 3 balls, 1 strike. Still got 2 outs here, so if Snow can make a pitch or 2 right here and get out of this thing with no base runners on, we'll be in good shape. And a 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. The count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nice pitch. Didn't give her the benefit of the doubt. Went with an outside call. And ball 4. So here comes number 9 for the Black Bears. Now batting for the Bears, number 9, Michaela Fuqua. She's listed in number 8 spot. Number 2 is the leadoff batter. So this one's been a little feisty. She's been a tough out all night. And not going to get her on that one. Yes, they did too. Natalie Snow, what a play. He had me fooled. I thought this girl put the ball down on the ground. She was going to walk to first base, but he got by the third baseman who was charging, got by Kenley Vaughn. Natalie Snow was playing right there in the hole, picked it up and threw her out for the 3rd out of the inning. Great job. 3-2 is the score after the bottom of after the top of the 6th. We're going into the bottom of the 6th with the score 3-2 Austin. I do want to give a few shout-outs tonight. Those who and you all who have played sports or have been involved in sports or had kids in school activities in sports know that a lot of volunteer goes on, a lot of volunteer hours. I want to thank Jamie Sizemore for working the gate tonight, and for Beth Layton, who worked our concession stand for us tonight, and for Tim Busby, who's put together this production that you could watch from home. Those who couldn't be out, we're glad that you could join us online. But drop him a note, tell him thank you for the video. He also produced the game day graphics that you've seen on Facebook. So moving forward, we hope to improve on those things over the next few weeks, and maybe by the last game we'll have it all figured out. Also thank Chris and Valerie Snow for assisting in the press box and for keeping the scoreboard, and also the team managers Presley Orzine and Morgan Pearsall. They do a great job, and they've done it for several years now and are really on their game in the dugout right there. So we appreciate Presley Orzine and Morgan Pearsall for the fine work they do as managers of the Gardendale Rockets.
I'll never snap at a woman. They won't snap at me. Take a look.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Gardendale Rockets is number 25, third baseman Kenley Vaughn. And looks like they've made a pitching change, and they put one in that's got a broken glove or something. They're trying to figure that out, a little equipment issue. Maybe it's a wristband issue, I don't know. But nonetheless, she's going to take her warm-up pitches. That's number 15, Kenley Hillary, in to pitch for the Black Bears of Austin. And those who may be wondering, this is not Austin, Texas. This Austin is Austin High School in the Decatur area, and I believe Decatur High School got a little too big years ago, and this is kind of an offspring of that. And I could be wrong on that, but I'm fairly confident that Austin High School is in the Decatur school system. So number 15 in to pitch, Kenley Hillary, is all warmed up and ready to go. And stepping in now for the Rockets is number 25, third baseman, Kenley Vaughn. She's had a tough night at the plate, but she's a good kid, and she'll get it figured out. If you're a ball player and if you've ever played ball, you know you're going to go through those peaks and valleys of and all that comes with it. And she's an aggressive swinger, an aggressive batter, and I know it's tough to let them go by. And she did watch that one, looked to be a little bit low, so she's ahead in the count now. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out, just starting the bottom of the 6th here. That's a good rip. Pretty good pitch, too, on the outside corner. But Vaughn chases it, comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, my word. Okay. I was just about to make the call, but that ball was way inside. Coach K just comes halfway down the line, turns around, says it's not worth it, but he called it a strike, and I'm not real sure what he was watching. It didn't even look close. Anyway, 1 ball, 2 strikes. See what she does with this one. Got a good piece of it, fouled to the backstop. Madison Tucker retrieves the foul ball, throws it back to the pitcher. And we'll see what happens here with 1 ball, 2 strikes to third baseman Kenley Vaughn. Kenley's got a good stick. She's got good power, and she has hit the ball out. So as fast as this pitcher's throwing him, she could just I got that one off the handle. Again, she felt like she had to swing, I think, because the last one was inside. She let go, and it was called a strike. So with 2 strikes, that's all you can do with that one. We got 1 out now here in the bottom of the 6th. Maddie Tucker coming to the plate. Now batting for the Rockets, number 28. Catcher, Madison Tucker. See if Maddie can get us something started. We just need some base runners again. Home runs or base runners or... Wow.
That was low.
Mr. Tim Busby called that one low. The umpire agreed, so I'm going with it. 1 ball, no strike. Tim, why don't you start calling some of them people safe out there? Maybe that'll work too.
Maybe it will. Maybe it will, Robbie. Maybe I'll give that a try next time.
Pretty good cut right there by Madison Tucker. Fouls it off the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Did you die?
No, I'm just messing around.
You just let me do this
I
thing.
was gonna be the. Okay.
That's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know. Have some fun. Inside pitch, grounded to the shortstop. She charged it coming forward. The ball was thrown away, but with the way this field's set up, the dugouts have fences in front of them, and that ball was just right off the center of that fence. So, had it been an open area went into the dugout, she would have been awarded second base. But nonetheless, she put the ball in play. Shortstop charged it, rushed the throw. It looked she's been pretty solid tonight, but threw that one away. And that's the break that we've been waiting for.
21.
We got a car pulled up there in center field that we might hold up play to get them lights turned off. We'll see what the umpire says.
We got a pitch runner in. 21? Yeah. And a Valentine.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 21, Anna Valentine. Now batting for the Rockets, center fielder, number 4, Allie Busby. The car in center field could turn your lights off, please.
Thank you.
Attention, center field, vehicle in center field, please turn your lights off. I know they'll go off in about 20 minutes, but the umpire's ready for it. Center fielder's doing all she can do. She's nearly jumped the fence, but
That's a lot of commitment that she's showing, and we're appreciative of it.
yes. But she got out. She's walking down here, so they evidently go off by themselves, and she doesn't care. But anyway,
Okay.
there they go.
Yay. We all clap.
Technology. So Allie Busby steps in now. Counts no balls, no strikes. Fresh count to Allie Busby. Been pretty solid at the plate. Definitely solid in the field. Really a game-saving catch early in this game that could have blew the game wide open. Allie got on her horse in right center field and made the catch probably about 2 feet from the fence. Could have got it ugly there for a minute, but did not. She watched the first one. 1 ball, no strikes. Looked a little bit high. Ball 2. Still 1 out. 1 on, 1 out.
This girl's faster than the other girl. I don't think she's got the move.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Number 15 for the Bears checks the wristband, gets the call, toes the rubber in. The 2-0 pitch is high and over the catcher's glove. Never even put any leather on that one. In fact, that probably took down a few GoPros. Somebody probably got an up-close view of that one. And that's ball 3. The runner takes second on that pass pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. Runner at second, 1 out. The score is 3-2 Austin. Top of the 6th inning.
Robbie, while we're taking a break, did you know that Gardendale was actually settled around 1825?
Whew.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
How old were you then?
Well, I'm not sure. We should ask Kenny because I think he was probably still around, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm picking on Kenny because I think Robbie did it earlier, and it makes me happy to do that. So, Kenny, I'm sorry. I hardly know you.
Sorry, Kenny.
And we're back to the game.
If we didn't love you, we wouldn't pick on you. Back to live action. 3 balls, no strikes. Okay.
Was inside?
Looked inside, but he called it a strike, so it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Anna Valentine, who is running for the catcher, is on second base, so I think she's got pretty decent speed. If we can get the ball in play right here, that looked to be a little, yeah. Coach K doesn't like that one at all. She threw her hands up like, what are we doing? But it looked to be high. Coach K thought it was high. Umpire called it a strike, so the count's full now. Coach K is trying to get Coach Brown's attention. Something going on over here in the dugout. And a swing and a miss. That bat was that was a good at bat. It was just not a good at bat by the umpire. And I'm not picking. It was just Coach K even calls timeout. Comes to talk here because there's 2 strikes on that one that just didn't even look close to being strikes. And eventually she had to end up swinging and come up short. So now pinch hitting for the Rockets is number 8, Cheyenne Simpson. And she's batting for number 11, Maya Covington. Batting now for the Rockets, number 8, Cheyenne Simpson. Simpson's got good power. She's hit it out, so let's see what Cheyenne can do right here with 2 outs. And it wouldn't quite be a walk-off, but it sure would be nice. That was high and outside. I fully expected a strike to be called, but he called it a ball.
And it seems as the night progresses, we do pick on the umps a little more.
Yeah, we get tired, and it's like... we're
only human.
Yeah, and he's tired. He said, I'm going to call it. I'm ready to go home. I still love the guys in blue. They don't like me, and that's okay. And we got another ball. Well, Coach K must have told him not to call ever a strike again, and he's scared to death back there. He's not. He pulled them britches up and said, ball.
I believe he said yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. 2 balls, no strike. Come on, Cheyenne. If Cheyenne can hit one off one of them cheese wagons out there, we'd be in business. Fooled her. She had a good cut. That was a changeup or some kind of off-speed pitch. Cheyenne was a little bit out in front, but she had a pretty good cut on it. Right over the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. So this is the first inning that number 15. She came in relief. Number 10 pitched the first 5 innings of this game, and they both done really well. She's too tall, and the catcher's got to drop to a knee to catch it, and he still calls it a strike. It's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cheyenne's she's a tall girl. That one looked to be tailing outside and low, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he thought it clipped the knees, but nonetheless, 2 balls, 2 strikes here. That one hit the arm, and he awards her first base. I think there may have been some concern maybe that hit the knob of the bat, but there's not much argument going on. So
Definite harm.
Cheyenne did her job, reached first. They put back in the left fielder Maya Covington, who Simpson was hitting for. So everything returns to normal for the Rockets. Back in to run at first base is number 11 left fielder Maya Covington. At the plate, no 0. Shortstop, Lily Pearsall. So we're right where we need to be here in the 6th. We do have 2 outs, which we can't do anything about, but we do have runners on first and second and our leadoff batter at the plate. So, I mean, the last 2 or 3 innings we've been set up pretty good to score, but we've only been able to do that one time. And let's see if we can do that again here in the 6th. Lily with a pretty good cut, but comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think the scouting report on this Austin team was that they had 2 really good pitchers that were fast, and they were a good hitting ball team. And every bit of it has seemed to be true so far. But what a fantastic job by Natalie Snow to come in down 3-0 and pretty much squash the bug. Did not give up any runs and not very many hits, if any. And so, not that Reagan did a bad job. It's just that change. That's an off-speed pitch. And Coach K did not like. She is shouting down and didn't like that call, and I'm gonna let her do the arguing for me. But the umpire's eyeing her up too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coach K is halfway down the left field line right now. She's just fuming. That I don't know. I won't say anything. I just say she yelled loud enough that time that it dried the infield. And that one looked more of a strike than the other, and it's a ball. So hang in there, Coach K. We got you back.
A little bit of a grab.
It's full count right here. So runners are going. It's going to be full count, 2 outs. Runners should be going on the pitch right here. There should be a lot of damage done, especially if Lily can hit a hole. But no doubt if she gets a gapper out of the infield, it's going to score at least 1. But a gapper in the outfield is going to probably plate 2. But let's see what happens. It's a short. It was one of those in-betweens that had been a little bit softer on this slow field. She would have beat it out. If it had been a little bit harder, it may have gotten through. But nonetheless, it was right at the second baseman who fielded it, threw on to first for the 3rd out. So after 6 complete, score still 3-2 Austin. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Black Bears, number 2, Katie Davis. All right, let's squash this bug right here. I ain't so sure that, and it may have been what you were just saying, that the top 2, 3, 4 have done a whole lot tonight. I don't remember, but it seemed like the middle to the latter part is where they scored their run. I can't remember who hit the home run. Yes. I mean, I didn't see Coach K jump out of her shoes on that one, but the ball was a strike. It was fouled, but it looked like she had a running start at slapping. And she, to me, when she made contact, looked like, and I know you can't see the front line, so you're guessing, but I don't think she was even close to being in the box when she made contact, but it's just a strike. Let's see what happens here. Her front foot was out. Her front foot was in front of the plate. So we're not going to get that call tonight, evidently.
Wait, what?
What is she doing?
I don't know.
So she gets the wrong leather field?
I'm not sure what's happening.
I mean,
What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Number one, her front foot was out of the box in front of the plate, and she drove it down the third base line. Maya Covington fielded it, made a good throw to second. She was safe at second. She jumps up and runs a victory lap around the infield for some reason. She called time, and then come home and talk to the girl at the plate. I don't know what's happening, but anyway, we'll carry on like we know what we're doing up here. Number one, Claire Wright comes to the plate. Number one, Claire Wright is the batter. And she comes to the plate with nobody out, runner on second base. And she's looking to do the same thing, and the ump's not even going to attempt to redraw the batter's box here. He's just going with guessing. And clearly that last batter both times was out of the box, and that's all I'll say. I'm done with that. But we'll see what happens here. In front of the plate. Look at that front foot. She touches the ball. Her front foot is in front of the plate, and the front of the plate is out of the box.
who can we text down there that can say something?
Can you do that for a second?
1-1, he says. 1-1.
1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So it counts 1 ball, 1 strike. She fouled that one off. Right now, as she stands, her back foot is on the back line. Her front foot, instead of going straight forward, is coming out in front of the plate. She made contact with that ball in front of the plate. If you watch that front foot.
There again.
Hit right back at Natalie Snow, who throws on to first base for the out. So, again, appeared to be out of the box when she made contact, but she got thrown out. So that didn't hurt none. The runner did advance to third. So we have runner at third now with 1 out. And now, again, we're in the middle of their order here. Coach K calls timeout to set the defense how she wants it right here. We really can't afford to give up another run. You like your chances when you're down by 1, but that 1 run that separates the 2 teams, an extra run would be huge right here for the Bears. And I think Coach K is throwing a defense together right here to try to squash this thing if she tries to go home. And you know that the Bears are probably going to try to – they've got 2 outs to play with. They can afford to throw a bunt down right here, some sort of a squeeze play, and see what happens. And, you know, bunts always throw defenses kind of into chaos. But I don't know. I like our chances here because we're a good defensive team. So Coach K has brought something to the mound, and they all seem like they've got it. Let's see if we can execute it now. Runner on third base, 1 out. Top of the 7th. It's still 3-2 right now. Austin Bears are winning. Now batting for the Bears, number 15, Kenley Hillary. Number 15, Kenley Hillary came on in relief in the 6th inning, so she's the pitcher. Not quite the pitcher of record just yet, but she hits a hot shot right at the shortstop. Oh, bang, bang play. Hot shot right at the shortstop. Lily snagged it, threw on the third where Kenley was in deep. Kenley Vaughn was in deep, had to get back to make the play at third. Throw was right at the bag, and it was bang, bang. Umpire calls her safe, and I can't argue. I didn't see the base good enough to argue that call. So as it stands, that runner safe, the batter was out, and we have 2 outs. Now batting for the Bears, number 10, Carrie Bracken, I think. Unless they changed up on me. Yep, let's see her. And so Snow gets ahead in the count. First pitch is a strike. Again, I said Snow's done a great job coming in relief. And outside of that last hit that girl standing on third base, that I think she was out anyhow, but it's a shame that's got to be that way. But and there's a little pop-up. Kara Jasper with the catch. And I was waiting on the call. The umpires confer and they agree. Carol went glove down instead of glove up, so it was kind of hard to tell if she trapped that ball or not. Had she went down with the scoop and the basket catch, I think she would have easily shown that her glove was under the ball, but it was hidden there for a minute. She was on top of the ball. I was afraid that maybe they were going to think that she trapped it. She quickly raised it, showed she had the catch. The umps awarded that to her, and that was a huge third out. 3-2, Austin. Last at bat for the Rockets coming up.
I'll tell you what's about to happen, Robbie.
What we got happening right here,
Well,
Tim?
I'll tell you, we got number 16, Kara Jasper up. She's had a hot bat the last couple of games we've watched her, and today she has had some good hits as well. She's going to hit us a double. She's going to end up on Sackett.
You making that call right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Right
good,
now,
good,
Natalie
good.
Snow's going to come up. Natalie Snow's going to come up, and with a 2-1 count, she's going to knock one out of the park, thus winning the game.
Oh, my word.
There you go.
You talk about walk-off. Oh, how sweet would that be? Well, you heard it, folks. You heard it here. Producer Tim Busby, not only does he run the show, he calls the shots. He's got Jasper hitting the leadoff double right here and Snow walking it off. One off the cheese wagon. Let's see what happens right here. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Rockets, second baseman, number 16, Kara Jasper. So Kara steps in here with leading off the 7th. Been on base a few times tonight, one via a hit, one via a walk. And she did pop out one time trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt, but she looks at strike one here. No balls, one strike. Tell you what, I wouldn't mind this being her first career home run either if she can muster that up.
That would be nice.
And then Snow can just still walk it off. But
We'd love to have it. We'll take it either way, we can take it.
that's right. That's right. I don't care what kind of combo as long as it works.
Lots of weapons right here, too.
1-1 on the batter. Snow's on deck, looks on, takes her time and swings. And she's been right on the money all night. So that looked like it had some curve on it. Stayed outside, though. Kara did not chase, so it's 2-1. So the scouting report on this team, the pitching is really good. They got some good speed and good movement, so it's been hard for us to figure out. At times it seemed hard for the umps to figure out, but we're all in this together. That wasn't hard to figure out. That hit another GoPro. And the count's 3-1. It's a good hitter's count, but if she's patient right here and doesn't chase, I like the chances. If it's down Broadway, again, she needs to put it up there on Rocket Way.
Well, I said a double, didn't I?
Yeah, you said a double. You said double. We'll stick with double.
That's what's going to happen.
I'm going with double. Full count. She swung and missed. That's what I give you 3. Let's use it right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Last at bat for the Rockets unless we somehow tie this thing and go into extras. And we'll have to keep them wings down at Buffalo Wild Wings in the warmer for just a little bit if you don't mind. There's a gap shot to right field. And she comes up throwing. And Kara beats the throw to first base. Never thought I'd have to say that. But she hit it hard enough that it was right at the right fielder who caught it on one hop coming forward and come up gunning. And it was a close play at first. But Kara beat it out, so that's her second hit of the night, and she leads off the bottom of the 7th with a single. And Tim, it wasn't a double, but you got her on base here, so the
maybe it was. I'm thinking of tomorrow's game.
The prophecy's still alive, though. Tim's calling Kara on base, and Natalie walking this thing off. So we headed to B-dubs here in just a minute. Yeah, I thought that kind of last time, but now with a few bases open, you're right. If they did their homework, looks like they did, you're right. They may not give her anything to hit here. But then again, you don't want that winning run on base either, and she's the potential winning run. So it's a strategy right here. We'll see what happens.
Now, Robbie, what did you call the buses out there in the park? Cheese
Yeah, we call them cheese wagons.
Old cheese wagon. That's what we need hit right now. We need an old cheese wagon to take a hit.
Just not the little cheese wagon. That's mine. Hit some of these big ones.
Yeah.
We're already paying for them.
They can take a hit.
There's a hit to the opposite field, snagged by the first baseman who fielded the grounder, picked it up, stepped on first for the first out of the inning. It does advance the runner to second, so that's a good at bat. It really is. It may not look like anything in the book, but what you do is you hit behind the runner. You get that runner to advance to second. Now you have the tying run and scoring position. Now a shot to the field ties the game.
We got Sophie.
Batting now for the Rockets, right fielder number 29, Sophie Gant. And that one's way outside. Sophie watches it. Again, Sophie doesn't watch too many pitches go by. I like the aggressiveness, but you got to make it be there where at least you can put the bat on it and don't go chasing anything bad. Soph's due. She is due. Yeah, she's a great aggressive hitter, and she does hit with power. Little changeup right there, and I almost fooled her. She was able to pull the lumber back and watches it hit the ground. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. We got 1 out. Soph drove one foul over the backstop. May have ended up in the Bragg lunchroom. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, Tim, my little cheese wagon out there is 21 years old, and if it's a matter of winning the game or not, I'd be all right with Sophie taking the window out right here.
You know, I got a confession. I actually have a cheese wagon out there as well.
Do you really? Little off speed caught Soph, and she swung and missed.
You got me exact same color as yours, yellow Chevy Colorado out there. It's
No.
right there. You can barely see it, but
Tucked amongst the buses?
that's it.
Well, okay then.
So cheese wagons unite.
2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of cheese out there. We're just trying to get Sophie to hit the ball to one of them. High and inside, a little chin music right there. She let it go. The count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Kara Jaspers on second, represents the tying run. She led off with a single to right field. Natalie Snow advanced her with a ground ball to first base. And here we are with 1 out now, and Sophie batting with full count. And it's a changeup that kind of screwed Sophie down in the ground a little bit. That pitcher, when she brings the heat and then throws that change, it's kind of hard to lay off. But now we got 2 outs. We got to fight. Batting off the Rockets, first baseman number 22, Katie Thomas. So last chance, last dance right here for the Rockets. Number 22, Katie Thomas, batting with 2 outs. Scores 3-2 Austin. Tying run on second for Gardendale. A pass ball, get to third, base hit, something. Foul balls don't count. No balls, 1 strike. It looks like the dugout's into it. They're all up on the fence or on the buckets right there. Got the gate clogged up, and they're excited. They're in the game. And it's been a good game. Been a really good game. As has most of the games that the Rockets played so far this year.
That's true.
They've been
That is true.
come and go, hit and miss. Fun team to watch. Inside, ball 1. Good eye by the first baseman. Coach K agrees, offers some encouragement. Flashes up the twin piecers, which is telling her base runner she's got 2 outs. And that's high and outside. Katie not even close enough to look at. She lets it go for ball 2.
There was a delay right there. When I hit that number,
I heard it beep and then it never showed up.
I was like, what button did I just hit?
There's another off-speed pitch that it floated outside. Katie didn't like it. The umpire called it, and here we are with Deuces Wild yet again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs for the Rockets, but we need that last one there standing on second base. Come on, Katie. Hit a wall banger right here.
I need it.
Fastball, after throwing the change, comes back with the fastball inside and low. So the count's full. I don't think she's confident enough, and she may be. She threw it on Soph, but I wasn't real sure that she'd be confident enough to throw the changeup on a full count right here. But because she's got good fastball and good movement. But let's see what she throws up right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This is the game.
Okay.
And she fouls off a pretty good pitch. She fouls off. She lives for another pitch. It's still full count. And I think that may have been I don't know, it kind of looked like a fastball from here, but I'm not 100% sure. I do now kind of think she might come with a change up here. Did that one go over just now?
No, it went into the net.
Oh, okay. I never saw it bounce back.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Here we go again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I don't think the runner at second is going to be going on contact here because you don't want to make the third out at third or home. So you got to play it safe. But as a weak off the end of the bat ground, she's safe. She come off the base. Seriously. We ain't going to argue that one, but hey. Good ball game. Didn't work out how we wanted to. Katie grounded the ball off the end of the bat to the pitcher who picked up and threw it to first. And it looked like the first baseman leaned in and came off the bag before the throw ever got there. Everybody was ready to go home, I guess. The umpires was halfway down to Buffalo Wild Wings, and they called the third out. So that's what we're going to go with. Final score tonight from Gardendale. Austin 3, your Gardendale Rockets 2. Again, we'll be playing tomorrow and Saturday in the John Carroll Classic, which will be played at Hoover Central. And look on Facebook for those game day graphics, and you'll have those times and opponents then. I'm unsure of those at the moment. But tomorrow and Saturday, is Varsity and JV both, or do we know?
Saturday, no JV on Saturday.
No JV Saturday, just Varsity. Okay. So we'd like to see you then. Again, our next home game will be March the 1st here at Gardendale Stadium, at the Rocket Stadium. 5 o'clock for Varsity, 6:30 for JV. Until then, good night, everyone.